Blessed Jesus, we come before you this afternoon. Lord Almighty, Creator of heaven and earth, we come before you this afternoon. We come and see you. We just see you, Lord Almighty, in glory. We see your love. We see your care through your creation. Lord Jesus Christ, without thee it is really in vain. It was dark yesterday, but today we're seeing the light. Lord Almighty, we present before you Brother Upilis Lagan, and the team is brought here. We bless those who have given, Lord, so that we may have a share also of them gifts. We love you, Lord. You don't stop surprising us, Lord, your own people. Lord Almighty, we put before you also the company of Brother Billy, that they should grow and grow. And Lord, they don't grow for themselves. He doesn't grow for himself, nor his family. He grows for us all. We love you, Lord. Peace of God which passes all understanding, keep our minds in the knowledge and love of God. The blessing of God the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit remain and bless us. And we return them home safely this evening, Lord, until you return. Amen.
Amen.
This is where the fire started. And from there, from where it started to the entrance that we used to come in, took less than 7 minutes. Started as smoke. The next thing, when I went outside, when I was there, it spread wildly.
To the Free State, literally, from Gauteng. We are going to Welkom. We are responding to a family that lost their house, which was gutted by fire. And by the way, what we're doing is what GCTV is all about. I think when I started this business, I said that 90% of the profits we make as a business will go back to community enrichment and upliftment. We have not yet started making profit. We're up and running. So we are living up to our vision and mission before we even start making money. It's a very, it's important for us to contribute in whatever small way that we can. So I took out a SOS to my friends. Some responded and some didn't. But one person acted among the people that I requested to assist us in this mission, and it's a good friend of mine that used to be my student, I think, still my student, Dr. Arthur Kaba. So for all the things we have at the back here, food, blankets, and all kind of other things, he contributed, and we really appreciate him. And we hope the rest of the guys that we told them about this, that they'll find it in their heart to live up to their pledge or pledges in helping us do this. So I'm traveling with my 2 trusted lieutenants. Our cameraman and producer is Mr. Scorsese, and our so-called head of production. It's our mercy mission. We're going to be doing quite a lot of this. We'll be responding to people from all walks of life. We're going to help not only materially, but also by support, moral support, and that kind of a thing. So, oh yeah, it's Thursday the 8th. So let it be put on record that Thursday the 8th, 2017, Global Conference Television went on our first Mercy mission, where we're going to give support to a family. So it's a very humbling thing for us to do. And like I'm saying, we're living up to our purpose, why we were created. We were created to inspire, to change people's lives, but most of all, to make sure that the profit and the money that we make, we can bring back to society and transform lives. So, yeah, it's exciting. And like we're saying, the footage, there was a debate whether we capture this on camera, still pictures, whatever, because we don't want to be seen to be showing this for our own gratitude, our own upliftment, our own. No, we want to document it to show people that we really intend to do what we said we'll do in our founding statement, that we don't exist only for profit. Yes, we have to make profit to survive, but 90% of the profit that we make is going to be plowed back to community, society, to transform. And as you know, that our market capitalization or our market cap that we're trying to capture is Middle East and Africa. So we're going to inspire other people from other countries to do mercy missions on our behalf. So because we want to heal our society, we want to give people an opportunity to turn their lives around, create wealth, but not wealth for the sake of wealth and buying a new car, expensive watches, but creating wealth to make sure that your wealth becomes a foundation for other people to can spring from. Yeah, we're excited. Le guy. Yeah, come on, there's some more 229.
Okay, my daughter will come around. Thank you, Daddy.
All right. All right, so as we said earlier on in the morning, it's our first Mercy Mission as Global Conference Television. We have arrived at Welkom. We're going to offload stuff from the car, get it inside the house, and we're going to get the people that have been befallen by this tragedy just to give us a bit of background, what happened and where they are. And of course, we're going to solicit help going forward. And we hope that our viewers and listeners and friends will come to the party and we can assist this family in any way possible. Nothing is small to donate because their house was completely gutted by the fire. It's a privilege to serve, and this is what we do when we're serving. Thank you.
All of a sudden, you've got appetite. Eh? Wait. I could not sleep. No one had the Kellogg's, so not appetite. This is another bathroom, the toilet in the bathroom here. And the girl at home, the owner of this car, small car, the one who was wrapped in this maroon shawl, she was sleeping in this room when this started. Part of the smoke went into her room.
Kadi 19th May 2017 at around about 5:15. We had visitors here. Actually, there were people presenting a so-called Bell's product, health products. So We were seated in this lounge as a family. It was myself, Boniwe Jonas, Archie Jonas, his sister, Dimakatso Makupane, his brother, Buisile Jonas, my granddaughter, Tando Mutseki, and our two visitors who were presenting their product, Mrs. Mafanti and Mrs. Khobulana. As we were sitting, my two grandchildren were sitting here watching TV. That is Lisa Kanya, a baby girl. She's 5 years. She's turning 5 in August. She was sitting with LA2 Jonas, who is 11 years. As they were sitting watching TV, the TV just went off. They started screaming, "Mommy, load shedding." And then I said to them, "Okay, don't worry, the lights will come back again." My youngest daughter, my last daughter, Simlindile Jonas, was sleeping at that moment in her bedroom, the last bedroom there. Right. After some few minutes, the alarm went off with a strange sound, of which Simlindile was awakened by that sound. She came towards the lounge calling me to the passage to come and listen to the sound. And then I just said to her, "No, it's just an alarm. Don't worry. The security guys will come." And then she insisted that, "Mommy, this is not the alarm sound. Listen, there's another sound at the background." When I listened, I heard the tapping sound, which made me believe it is a geyser leakage or something. So as I went out, I told her that I'm going to switch off the meter box there, right in front of the house, so that if there's water coming from the geyser, it mustn't go through the house. Only to find that when I ran to that meter box, I started switching off the tap. It couldn't switch off. And then I stood up with the intention of going to call my brother-in-law to come and help me with the tap. At that moment, lifting my head, coming towards the house, I saw the smoke right on top of the roof. It is then that I went inside the room, the lounge, and told everybody to vacate the house because the house is on fire. That is how it went. And then we all went out. Within seconds, the fire was all over the roof. So we had people who came to help. Some managed to rescue some stuff, but the rest was unsaved. That is how we lost all our important documents and clothing and rest of the furniture. But all in all, we were happy to be alive, all of us. Nobody came hurt out of this engulfed home. That is the story.
Yes, it was just an unbelievable afternoon, and we are thankful that it happened during the afternoon. Imagine if it happened during the night or in the morning. With me, almost half a person, so to say, because of my challenging eyes, which I don't see clearly. The smoke could have, really destroyed most of us, and even life could have been lost. But we just survived with also the community which came to assist us. It was a Friday afternoon and people knocking off, but now South Africa just came to us to come and assist. Black, white, everybody there just came here. Okay, with even the challenges anyway of the municipality transport which came here but couldn't unleash their water when they ultimately had to do it. Unfortunately, the tube was having some cracks in it, and then so I mean it couldn't do well. But one guy just came with his own truck, did the job and then just left. Our advice to people is that we think that when you buy a house, you get this certificate of COC, I mean competency of of your house, which has got to do with electricity. It's wise that people after some time, 10 years, just try and check if that certificate or the house is still okay with or is still fine with the electricity, because it might happen when we don't know. But fortunately we were here, to see the whole thing with the children and everybody. But then it's one of those things. We're gonna go to the next chapter. Okay, even the insurance won't be covering anyway our property inside, because now if you've been staying at a place for a long time, you let these insurances lapses, but the structure, the roofing and everything will be covered by the insurance. We are thankful and grateful for that.
This is a shopping voucher for 3,000. You can go to Mr. Price and buy some clothes.
Wow.
Wow! Thank you is a short. Sometimes some people it's difficult to say thank you, because it seems to take away from an ego, the power of that ego. And we know that saying thank you might not sound enough as well, especially if you're used to dealing with people who have egos. But I'm sure you can witness the emotion.
Yeah.
It's a heartfelt reaction. We are indeed grateful. You, in addition to what the other people in this town and in other towns, who some of whom don't even know us from a bar of soap, but have felt they need to extend a hand. These things, we usually see them on TV. Sometimes find people by Mipela next to their shacks, but this is where the shack was, and there's nothing that shows there was a house.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes people lose everything, every part of their possessions. Sometimes people even lose life.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we're grateful for a number of things. Grateful for the hand that you extend, but also grateful for life, because none of us were harmed by the fire. We were spared. We might have been left with what remained on our bodies at the time, but we were spared. We are here sitting next to you, able to narrate this and share it with you, and sometimes embellish it, but indeed it was a tragedy.
Absolutely.
It was a tragedy. We're hopeful that with what you have shown, this guy tell what you have done is not small. It might look small because it fitted in the boot of your car. It's not small, especially because it's a number of hands that went into this, and it comes from the depth of people's hearts. And some of the people who probably extended this gesture had to dig deep in their pockets, because we don't always, as you said, we don't always sit with a kitty that is standing on one side waiting for tragedies of this nature to strike, for people to intervene. We greatly appreciate what we've done.
It's a pleasure.
The numbness and the confusion has kind of waned. We're beginning to have perspective. We were able to rationalize the pain now, but it wasn't like that when it happened. We spoke through it, we tried to be strong, but we know that in the privacy of our space, we've had a lot of questions. Why now? Why us? But the response can always be where should it happen? Who should be the recipient of this? So I think on behalf of the family, we are really grateful. We are grateful, and to those people on whose behalf you managed to come and share this with us, please extend that gratitude.
Definitely.
We know that we are not the first. We know that we are not the last. There's stories in Naisna now.
Yeah, I mean, people are going
in Naisna last night, in Naisna and in George. It's a tragedy. People had to be literally moved out of hospital.
Yes, I mean,
they had to be rushed to another town, to another hospital. That's how the forest fires are raging there. We're hoping that God will extend His hand and protect everyone, so that whatever the experience, the tragedy should not go beyond what it has been able to rake up to now, especially the lives that are going to be affected physically by it. Yeah. You started speaking English, then I find myself speaking English.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah,
I think it's a
but,
middle language that everybody understands.
Yeah, Sesotho, Xhosa, Zulu, they've been able to respond as well.
Yeah.
Speed. But Tembisa Mos.
Yeah.
Tembisa melting pot. So
Yeah.
we all have these languages there. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
I'm not sure if there's anything else I left out.
No, it's just that I'm not surprised. And unknown to you, brother, you know how long have I followed you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unknown to you. And he said, brother, he has said everything. And we thank you. Thank you. We really thank you.
This was more than 40 years of memory lost here. This was a built-in cupboard. On top here were photos. Kids, the mother, father before they married, after they married, everything.